Good morning, you all. Another day, another stand, and today we are with Liam Walton, representative of Delsys.
Correct, yes.
Delsys is a company involved in EMG device solution for sport and rehabilitation professionals. I met Delsys some years ago studying NIRS technology applied to muscle metabolic activities, and a lot of researchers speak about the necessity to use not only NIRS but EMG to understand better how the muscles work during a contraction on the blood vessel, to understand if the information coming from other parameters, for example NIRS, for example heart rate, are right or not, or we have to change the strategy speaking with our athlete considering our training aim. Am I right, Liam?
Absolutely, Guglielmo. Yeah, very well said.
Thank you. Can we speak us something more about the opportunity to think about EMG as a tool for training, for all the type of training, not only for the resistant training,
Of course.
but also for the aerobic training?
Of course, absolutely. So EMG is a wonderful tool to help us understand how hard or when our muscles are actually working. So for example, we have one of our sensors here, and this is our Trineo Avanti sensor. What this does is we place that on the surface of any superficial muscle, and it sends it measures the electrical activity and sends it wirelessly back to one of our receivers, which we have here. Or we have a portable solution here, which is perfect for some of the applications that Guglielmo mentioned, such as gym-based training, rehabilitation room-based training, or actually field-based training as well there. What this allows us to do is then display on our software in real time how hard the muscle is working. So for example, in this activity that we see here, we're actually looking at 3 different calf exercises to understand which exercise stimulates the triceps suri group and these individual parts in a certain way. So what we can see is we've done 3 different exercises. We've done some sled push, we've done some calf raises, and we've done some pogo jumps. Now, traditionally, EMG has been seen as a research-only tool, and the researchers will export the data, they'll analyze it in a number of different ways that they see fit. But for the applications that we're discussing with Guglielmo today, we need to have that data much quicker. Otherwise, the coaches, the practitioners, the athletes, they don't get that data quick enough to make those decisions in a very time-poor environment that they work in. And with our latest advancements in our software, we can very quickly produce a report, and we can start to understand during a sled push, for example, which muscle out of the triceps suri group was contributing more or contributing less. And we can see that it's quite symmetrical, but this is an exercise that stimulates the medial gastrocnemius the most out of these 3 muscles that we measured. In another way we can use it is we can actually start to look at which muscle exercise stimulates the soleus group in the highest capacity. So here we have the activation from a sled push in the right soleus, which is quite low. But then we move into the calf raises, it's much higher. And then the highest activation in this athlete we saw for the soleus was during pogo jumps. What this means this could be for an aerobic athlete, it could be for an endurance athlete, a strength athlete. If we've just received an injury and we're coming back, then the chances are that we would like to start with this lower activation exercise so we don't overstimulate and proceed too quickly with rehabilitation. And we can then increase that intensity and move forward into our calf raises. And then eventually, when the athlete is nearing readiness to become return to play, we can actually move them forward into the pogo jumps, because we know from our EMG testing that that's the exercise that stimulates the muscles in the highest way. And it's very important to use EMG with force, because we can all produce a force. I could produce a force in the same value that you can, and we could both jump the same height, but the way that our muscles produce that force or produce that movement is very different between myself and yourself as well.
You was very deep in your explanation.
I hope that wasn't too deep, Guglielmo.
and we need it, so I have to thank you.
No problem, thank you.
I want to share with you my thought about the opportunity that your software give to the professional.
Yes, please.
Because I think that the future is and will be the opportunity of consider together a lot of parameters
Yes.
to understand the difference between each person
Mm-hmm.
in their physiology and in their neurophysiology.
Yes.
Because I can realize a sport-specific pattern
Mm-hmm.
in an efficient way for me, but for you, the way to be efficient is another.
Exactly.
And to train smart a person,
Yes.
I have to understand the details of his motor control.
Yes.
So the opportunity to have in a single software a lot of information, because
Yes.
your software let us to integrate information coming from other devices
Absolutely,
is very,
yes.
very important.
Yes.
Not only for the study of a single professional for his patients, for his athletes,
Yes.
but for a lot of professionals. Because using a solution like this, I can start a collaboration with other professionals.
Of course.
I can be an athletic trainer. I have a solution like this. I can use it in collaboration with medical specialists,
Of
with
course.
physiotherapists. So this is a smarter solution for a smart
Absolutely.
way to work.
Yes, and through Trineo Central, we can actually integrate with motion capture, force plates, dynamometers. There's a lot we can integrate with. And through this module, Trineo Link, we can actually integrate with physiological monitoring systems as well, such as VO2 Master, polar heart rate, muscle oxygenation through Moxie. And again, it just gives us, EMG is one piece of the puzzle, but it just gives us a much more representative display of how an athlete's working when we integrate with all those systems, as you say, and it allows for that collaboration too.
So you will be a boost for our activity.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you so much, Liam.
Guglielmo, pleasure. Thank you
My
very
pleasure.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.